Hey everybody, Glenn with Modern Explorer. Thanks for coming along. I realize it's been a long time since we've been doing any real posting, and life has been crazy. I've had some significant life changes going on here at home, and Mateo's up in Crestone starting a new business, and so we haven't been able to post anywhere near as much as we'd like to. But that doesn't mean we've been slacking off. I have been interviewing people, going on site, talking to people, getting their stories. I also have been getting out and adventuring and finding some cool stuff. And I just haven't had time to edit and put those videos together. And that's what today's is about. Cool stuff that I found. You may have heard about Bigfoot turning trees and shoving them in the ground upside down. Now, I've never come across anything like that myself. I never expected to until last year. Last year, I was interviewing a gentleman up at Black Mountain outside of Canyon City, just north, and outside of Guffey. And he had had some rocks thrown at him and had some other experiences up there and had a sighting. And as we're driving out after the interview, my son said, "Dad, that's something weird." And we saw an upside down tree. And that's what this first video is about. This is a two-for video. The first video shows us finding the tree, investigating the tree, not just documenting it. Now, it's a fairly long video because of the investigation, because I try to figure out, what the heck happened to this? Could it have been a natural event? And as we're driving out, I noticed some other things, and I documented those as well and investigated them. So if you're simply looking for a picture of an upside down tree, fast forward through it, you'll see it. But if you want to see the process of how we look at, investigate, try to determine what the heck happened. Was it wind? Was it weather? Was it a person pranking? Anything like that. That's what we were doing. And the second video is why I'm carrying this one around. It's up at Florence Mountain Park. I was hiking up there. It's one of my favorite places. Had some weird stories from up there. And while I'm up there, I came across a couple of upside down trees. And that's what the second video is about. I'm going to show you again context, what it looks like, what caught my attention, what I found, and then the investigation. So again, if you just want to see the video, see the upside down tree, fast forward into it. But if you don't mind looking and seeing the way we try to figure this out, try to investigate, not just document. That's what this whole video is about. So they're a little longer, but I think it's worth it and gives you some insight as to what you guys can do if you ever find anything weird. And so, join me on the adventure and let's go check this out. Thanks.
20, 30 yards away was this thing peeking over this pine bush.
It was a large, hairy animal, dark brown, black hair.
All of a sudden, this creature let out I want to call it a blood-curdling, growling, howling scream.
That's when I realized it wasn't my friend that had snuck up on me.
Dude, all the branches that are broken off are red.
That's crazy. There's no medulla.
The three of us are heading off to another place, Jack, where you had the rocks thrown.
Correct. I was black powder hunting in there.
So this is absolutely beautiful country. I just saw something move over there. Right over in here. I saw something move quickly. It was just a flash. Maybe Jack scared a deer, maybe something else. I'm going over there. So this is the first time we've come across something like this. And it's gross. That's how deep it was pushed in.
Hold your arm to it, like hold it lengthwise. Like that.
Up to my elbow from my fingertip. That's good, 18, 20 inches. I'm gonna try and find the hole again. Put it back in. Actually, I'm gonna try and not find the hole.
And put it in somewhere else.
Put it in somewhere else. Okay, I can get it down, but you could see how much more there was sticking out. Good 6 inches. Con, I'm gonna let you try and push it down the rest of the way. You're heavier than I am. You're getting your shoes wet. Go to where I was. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. This is the first time I've ever come across something like that. It's right next to the road.
Straight upside down.
Straight upside down.
Yeah, well.
On the road here, that's a good distance.
Could be a marker.
I think it's a marker.
Yeah, so as we're driving on this, we were ruminating about that stick. You know, certainly somebody could have pranked us and put that down there, but
We're in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, the chances of somebody pranking
And benefit from it? How?
and yeah,
You know, I mean, who's back here? If you look at the center of the road, you can see how much traffic. You got flowers in the middle.
Yeah.
That's how many people come back here.
yeah. I mean, this is not
Very, very little
used
travel.
much at all.
Next to none.
And that was certainly in the middle and very visible.
About 40 yards into it? 30 yards?
Not even, well, I don't even think it was that far, because I think, right, because here's the
30
beaver.
yards? Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't be 30.
It was, yeah, Conrad's in the back of the truck listening and stuff.
How far, Conrad?
Oh, I think it was only right there, because he was shooting at that tree.
Yeah,
Right.
it's only like 10 feet away from that tree.
So that's what, 20 yards in maybe?
Yeah.
But it was absolutely stuck in the middle of nowhere.
3 feet deep.
I don't know if it was 2.5 feet
Was
deep,
it 2.5?
but it was shoved in
It was shoved
really
in
well.
there. And you tried and you had trouble getting it in.
I couldn't have pushed it in that deep if I wanted
You
to.
know, I don't know what you weigh, but the more weight you have,
Yeah.
you know, the more chance of it going in.
So we're on our way back. We're looking for more weird stuff, because we didn't see that until we stopped. That was weird that we even stopped.
I know.
Why did we stop?
Why did we stop last time? And you said, hey, look at this.
So here we are again, where we found that upside down tree right over here. I'm gonna see if it's the same one that came off of this. So I'm gonna find it now. I think it is. Okay, so this is pretty weird. There's that tree. And that's what, 30 feet maybe? 25, 30 feet. Here's the branch that Conrad broke off when he tried stabbing it in the ground. This is where it was. He broke the branch and tossed it. Oh, wait a second. Is that? He did? Okay, so he did go this way? Maybe he carried it. This might be it. Okay. That is the top of this tree. Okay, so there's the tree, and I'm 99% sure this is the branch that it came off of. So here's the tree, and there's the branch Conrad broke off, and he left it at the bottom of the tree. I'm gonna push that tree down to make sure this is the top of that tree.
You're going to see if the break matches.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
So that tree, I'll get my tape measure. but yes, this is exactly that. This is exactly
Got it. Yeah.
that, the top of this tree.
And what is about 2.5 feet missing at the other end?
Well,
Where it
get the
broke?
piece.
Where it broke?
Let me get the piece.
Oh yeah.
Plus whatever is broken underground.
Underground.
So, I want to measure how tall that tree was. Let me get my tape measure.
Okay.
Go ahead and pause that. So there's about a foot sticking out of there. Hooking that here. The top of this tree, where it was broken, about 15.4, plus another foot there, so about 16 and a half feet off the ground. The branch itself that we found, the top of this was approximately at least 7.5 feet, you know, looking at the break. But then there's more underground, so I'm going to say that was 8 feet long. And that was stuck in the ground a good 2 feet. When we tried pushing it in, we couldn't get it in that deep. So either it was a freak storm that busted the top of that tree off, twirled it, stabbed it in the ground right here, 2 feet deep. It was perfectly vertical, or something climbed up the tree and broke it off, which I don't believe happened. You saw how easy it was that I bust that down. Or they reached up and snapped it at, how tall did I say that was? 17 feet?
17 feet.
Reached up and snapped it at 17 feet. Which is crazy. And down here, just this little ways, is where Jack had the rocks thrown at him. They were up here, up this way? I thought it was down. Okay, then we're going up that way and we're recording that story. Now this may or may not be anything, but we saw this as we're driving along. There's a lot of deadfall. So a lot of deadfall out here. But this, again, I have a hard time with X's. That's just me. But this caught my attention. Maybe it's just deadfall, I don't know. Looks like it might be a rub. So here's where it broke off. Both of these broke off. This one is bent over. So those landed on that, pushing it down. When this big one came down, it landed on top of these two, pushing it onto that. I have no problem with that. And something over here, a bunch of breaks. I think it's all deadfall. But it definitely caught my attention. But yeah, looking at it, I think this is all just deadfall. But this is what adventuring in the woods will get you. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, this caught my attention too. But they're all going.
Look at this break.
That is interesting. That's 4
Look
feet
how
up.
That's hung up in there.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Okay, let's find it.
Where it broke.
Let's find it. They're all the same direction, so it could be wind. But I'm not readily, unless it came off that big tree when it came down in some shape, way, or form. So there's a lot of branches missing off that big tree.
Look at this one. Broke at the top.
Yep.
It's a clean break almost.
I mean, there's... Oh, that's an interesting thing.
Look at this over here.
Looking at the breaks on these trees, they seem to be rather linear along the line,
Green stick break.
like a natural break.
Yeah.
Whereas this is,
That was snapped.
Yeah. The tree that we found had this kind of a break, a very sharp, crisp break.
Yeah.
Versus looking at all these, I mean, these are dead.
Yeah,
these are
you
obviously,
see where that's ripped
that just
off.
ripped off and broken off.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
So,
Look at these on the ground that are stacking up down there.
yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah. Again, yes, I do. And, you know, you see this and it's like, you would easily walk past this.
Oh, this is interesting.
Okay, looking at the direct, so this is interesting. Because what order did this fall in? Okay, let's say it's a natural deadfall. The bottommost was the first. This is a second. This is a third over the top of that. This long branch is next. This one is next. This one is over the top of that one, but it's under a previous one. Look at this.
I can see that.
That is woven.
Yes, that's my point. That's woven in there. That's
The order of fall is
doesn't make sense.
would be that would be an incredibly complicated intertwined now, just especially this triangle right here.
Right.
Could I kick this?
Possibly.
Very interesting.
It could be.
And these are not insignificant. These are all 10-foot long pieces. All of the triangle pieces. I'm focusing only on the triangle.
Look at your truck. Look how easy it is to see your truck. Not that easy.
No.
Is it? You tell me you couldn't hide in here?
Especially if you weren't moving.
If you weren't moving, you look like a down log.
Now, as I driving up here, obviously somebody has cut this off recently. But my question is, what bet this down onto the road in the first place? Because that happened this year, recently. Somebody trying to shut down the road? Don't know. Well, what do you think? What caused these trees to be shoved in the ground upside down? I don't know. I suspect I know, but I don't know. Black Mountain, the crazy thing is, it was a 17-foot tall tree snapped off. And you saw how easily I pushed that tree over. I don't think it was just a weather event, because the whole tree should have gone. And had a bear climbed up it, the whole tree would have fallen over, because it was so easy for me to push over. I really strongly suspect something reached up 17 feet in the air, snapped it, and shoved that thing in the ground. But that's my thought. What do you think? Do you think it could have happened via weather? Think somebody pranked us out there? What do you think? And what about those other two things? What about the mishmash of the poles? Was that just natural deadfall? Or was that something significant? And what about that bent over 90-degree tree? I've bent over pine trees, and they're pretty springy. They just spring back up. That thing, its back was broken and bent over 90 degrees. That was curious. Again, right off the road. I don't know what it was. Could have been somebody. But why did it go onto the road versus away from the road if it was a person? So if you or anybody you know has any stories, similar encounters, or found something else weird just in the woods, let me know. encounters@modernexplorer.me. I'd love to document your story. Let's go out in context and show me what you found, where you found it. Maybe we'll find something else interesting. Thanks for joining us.
Hey
Cheers. See you next
kid,
time.
don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.